All right, we are live on YouTube with the premier author of the book series Love Thyself First, Miss Crystal Laughter. How are you doing today, Crystal?
I'm doing great. How are you?
We just finished an exciting interview on Facebook page. I was able to share it with a few people and I sent it to your page. But we are in your area of expertise. You have been going live on YouTube for a while, and we're here to talk about your incredible book series called Love Thyself First. And the first point we want to get across, how many books have been shared through Amazon?
Over 2,000 books.
What? Say that
Yeah.
again?
Over 2,000 books. And that's not including the KDP. I mean, not the KDP, but like people who have subscriptions to Amazon, who pay for, the thing, they can read your book through that too. So it's not even including that because I get, multiple, books read through that daily through that too. So yeah, lots of books,
Wow.
lots of people reading.
A lot of people are reading. So let's
Yeah.
go through this Love Thyself First series. Let's talk about your first book and why did you write that first book?
I wrote the book because I was at a time in my life where I was going through, a separation. I had just, found out I was pregnant, so here I am, faced with being a single mom, but, going through a divorce and being pregnant. And I was just like, oh my God, how did I let this happen? How did I get here? Oh my God. And it was so devastating, to be married, to think you're going to, work it out, to try to stick by someone, trying to make it work and to have it not work out, but then, feel betrayed, feel broken, feel like, I'm having to start my life over again. And it just felt like a very dark and lonely place. And I really, I had a choice to either fuel that energy into something positive or to let it just like take me down like a dark, path that I didn't want to go down. So I chose to turn into something positive. And really, I had the goal of just helping one person. If I could reach one person to encourage them, to let them know they're not alone, and just to give them some hope, that would be enough. So that was my focus. That was my goal. And so I put everything into that, all my energy, all my spare time. When the kids were sleeping, I would be up to like 3 o'clock in the morning, writing the book every chance I got. And it just really gave me, a place to just let out that pain, let out, everything. I got to go back through the scenarios, through my relationships, and and take everything that I had learned, the hard lessons, the painful lessons, to be like, okay, this is going to help somebody else not go through this. It's going to help somebody heal, and it's gonna have a purpose. My pain is going to have a purpose. So that was the goal with that first book.
Oh man, that is so good. Can you tell us, can you share with everyone on YouTube, like people that email you, people that contact you through your
Mhm.
different places like Instagram, Messenger? What is it like to get those great reviews and just people wanting to get in contact with you and connect with you?
It's very humbling because I don't take it lightly and I don't take it for granted that someone would trust me with their story, and just, have that confidence in me to reach out. So I take it very, I take it to heart. And so I'm very grateful because it lets me know that, hey, I am making an impact, that people are being touched, and it puts like a face or just a story behind the numbers. Cause I'm like, okay, I see it selling every day. And I'm literally like, who are these people buying this book? I don't know, and I'm like, I want to know who these people are. Like, I genuinely want to know. And so when people reach out to me, I'm like, oh, okay, these are the people who are reading my books, and some of them will write those stories, in detail, tell me what they're going through, things like that. And some people literally just say thank you, and I'm like, oh, it's so precious, you know what I mean? So it's just very humbling. I'm very grateful, and it means a lot to me.
Can you touch on even some of your readers are sharing your book with their mental health specialist or their professional mental health person? Can you
Mm.
kind of touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, I received the last DM I received on Instagram. Someone reached out to me and she had shared that her and her therapist had both bought the book and they read it during her counseling session. And I'm like, wow, that just kind of blew me away to be like, wow, my book is being read in counseling session. It was just mind blowing and just really encouraging just to see, how my book is being used, how it's helping others, and that it's even being shared, by therapists and bought by therapists. It's really exciting.
Yeah, I go like, I've received professional therapy. I went
Mhm,
through trauma therapy. Man,
mhm.
this book is so amazing.
Thank
And
you.
I don't use Instagram, and I keep hearing you say Instagram. So, can you
Mhm.
kind of share the different platforms that you're sharing information on and receiving information on?
Yeah, so the places where I'm most active are YouTube and then Instagram. And YouTube, I just post like videos, talking about, toxic relationships, self-love. And I'm also, starting to talk more about, how to become an author on there as well. And on Instagram, I post like, encouraging, post, little quotes. I might post little short video clips, or do like the new thing, which is reels, and try to reach people through that. And those are the pretty much the main ways. I'm on Facebook. I share my stuff through there as well. But those are the main places that I'm active right now. So yeah.
Let's talk about your second book in the series. What did
Mhm.
you title it, and what are you feeling the success from your second book in your series?
Okay, so let me so actually there's right now there's 3 books in the series. But the main content, like, oh, okay, so this is the Love Yourself First. Okay, we go. And then so I have the Love Yourself First book. That's the first book. And then I did the Love Yourself workbook. So it's a workbook. And then there's the affirmation journal. So those are like companion to the Love Yourself First. And then I'm going to be working on the second like book, which is Love Yourself Again, which is the continuance of the Love Yourself First original book. So that'll actually be the 4th book in the series, which I'm really excited about. And it's called Love Yourself Again: How to Set Standards, Create Healthy Boundaries, and Stop Being a Doormat. And it's pretty much self-explanatory what the title says. I'm going to be talking about those things and really going more in depth on self-love. What does it look like? What does it look like in relationships? What's the mindset that you should be in, that you should have when you're having just regular relationships, intimate relationships, how to set those standards, how to set boundaries, what should you expect from people? What should, you expect from yourself? How should you be treating yourself? And really just being able to model love, because we want love. But like you teach people how to treat you. So you are that first model and example of love. So you are showing people how you're supposed to be treated by the way that you're treating yourself.
Let's talk a little bit. Let's talk on 3 points, and you just touch on them lightly because we want them to get all your books and follow you. Let's
Yeah.
talk about healthy boundaries. What does that look like, and what does that feel like?
Healthy boundaries, if I could really just sum it up to one word, would be respect. um just the people in your life, the people that love you, the people that in your circle, in your tribe, whatever you want to call it, do they respect you? Do they respect your feelings, your wishes, the way you want to be treated, the way you want to be talked to, and pretty much like I said, respect. And that's a big thing because we talk about love, 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 and all this stuff. But without respect, there is not love. Because respect says, I see you, I acknowledge you, you're important to me, and I value you. And because of that, I will treat you in the way that you want me to treat you. I'm not just going to mishandle you. I'm not going to just treat you however I feel, however I may feel that day. But I'm going to be careful with you and I'm going to respect you because you're a person and I care about you.
What about, oh man, that is so good. You're doing so great in this interview, Crystal.
Thank you.
Um, let's talk about the toxic part of relationship. I know that word is used a lot, but I
Mm-hmm.
think your perspective of toxic relationship
Mm-hmm.
is very unique. So, can you share a little bit about your insight on toxic relationships?
Yeah, I guess the best definition or way I could describe it is someone who's constantly taking from you, taking, their
Mm,
time, your attention, they want from you, they want you to give the very best of yourselves. There's yourself to them, but they're content giving you the very worst of themselves. So they may want to be celebrated. They want to be, talked to with respect and honor. They want to be considered. But then when it's your turn, they're like, no, I'm not going to do that. And it doesn't bother them. It doesn't bother them at all, and they will have every justification in the world of why it's okay for them to be disrespectful to you. But when it comes to them, it's no go. So toxic relationships are very one sided, very selfish, very